What's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of Career Mode. This is episode number 105. We started this off with a big bid for Yuri Telemans from Atletico Madrid. They offered us Brian Brobby, who's become an 85 rated striker in the game, plus a little bit of money as well. But we said to Atletico and Diego Simeone, appreciate it, but he's staying here. Yeah, Yuri Telemans has had a real turnaround in this Milan side from his future being so uncertain when we took over at the San Siro last season. I said that him and Leon Goretzka would probably leave in the summer window. Instead, Yuri Telemans has become one of the leaders in this team. Nailed down a first choice midfield role last season, and this year, despite now being 89 overall, we signed Nicolo Ravella. He's become a leader off the bench and in our midweek games. Often wears the captain's armband when Gutierrez is not playing. Yeah, Telemans is staying here as a dressing room leader and one of our star experienced pros. Still for the first game of today's episode, taking on Fiorentina at the San Siro, coming on the back of our grind out 1-0 victory away in Cagliari in the Coppa Italia quarters to put us through to the final four of the Cup. Now taking on the lads from Florence who we've had so many good battles with over the years, not just with Milan, but with Brentford in the Europa League as well. We needed to stay away from Juventus right now and keep ourselves top of the table. We've only been in second place once all season long. I don't want it to happen ever again. So taking on Fiorentina in this game, we take the lead in the first half, and really it's one of those games where it was just so one-sided and I was really in control from the very first whistle. The thing that was letting me down was the finishing. But 55 minutes in, well, quite a bit of concern here. Theo Hernandez hits the deck, stays down, smacks his hands on the turf in frustration whilst he'd walk off, not necessarily gingerly, but clearly not looking fully fit. Hernandez replaced as Messina comes on. And the question marks there, how bad was that injury? Well, I had to put it to the back of my mind and close out this game. Still leading by 1. We've been in control, but I wanted to make sure we get that second goal and the dagger. And with 20 minutes to go, we'd get it. Francisco Santos assisting Roberto Gutierrez. Where are we? West London or Milan? No, we're here in the Italian capital, but it's Roberto Gutierrez latching onto the end of a Francisco through ball as the former Bees link up, I think for the first time since we've joined Milan. It was so cool to see it. 2-0 the final score, in complete control, and back-to-back man the matches for Francisco Santos, saying to us, Gaffer, I know Kabaka's gone, but don't worry about it. Me and Tap Sober have got this. Still following the game, there was the bad news, and I talked about it a couple episodes ago when Ramirez went down for the few weeks. I said we were waiting for that one big injury of the season. It would happen at some point. It always does. And there it is. Theo Hernandez has broken his toe and our star left back is now done until late April. That is a huge blow. 91 overall. He's been brilliant this season, racking up 5 assists, I believe, in the Serie A. But Hernandez goes down. Destiny's going to come in. And whilst he's 5 years younger, he is 9 ratings lower. That's a big blow. And with no third choice left back as well, on deadline day with 75 million, I was thinking, we've got to bring someone else in for cover just in case Destiny goes down. I had 3 names on the shortlist. Frobos from Juve, who wouldn't negotiate with a rival club. Calafiori with VfL Wolfsburg in Germany. And also Pellegrini from Watford. Watford wouldn't sell Pellegrini due to a lack of depth. Calafiori has only just joined Wolfsburg, and I was thinking all 3 of my left backs on the shortlist I can't sign. I thought, what am I going to do? And then I had a stroke of genius. I was thinking in that last game, you know, Santos and Gutierrez, former Bees, linking up for a goal. And then I thought, oh my goodness, I know who I'm going to buy. Oh, he never developed in the start. I thought he was going to do so. But Ashley Young's nephew, who was released by Aston Villa, signed to Brentford on a free transfer, won the assist title in his first year in professional football, yet for some strange reason, just never kicked on and developed. I said to Brentford after the signing we made of James Justin and Rico Henry being there for all the years as well, you don't use Stanley Young much. He's a squad player, and he'll be a squad player here, but he'll get more minutes due to the injury of Theo Hernandez. Welcome back to the save, Stanley Young. His uncle played for Inter, but Stanley's playing for Milan. Absolutely buzzing, 19 million the fee, and again, I don't know why Young never developed. 5-star, high work rates. Of course, as a left midfielder, he was a crucial member of our squad in his first year with us, playing as part of our either, 5-3-2 or 3-5-2, whatever variation we were using. And because it will just take him too many years to become a left back or a left wing back, I'm not going to bother changing the position. I'll keep us in a left mid that's playing out of position in this AC Milan side as a left back. But even so, the guy on the defensive end was great, but going forward was his main strength in this team. We know that Theo and Hernandez get forward a lot. Our wing-backs are secondary wingers, really. So Stanley Young is in, and I am buzzing. Another former B joins Roberto and Francisco, and it's what we needed after the big injury to Theo Hernandez. Cover in that left-back role, just in case Destiny goes down. If that happened, we'll be in a heap of trouble. So following that, we still have some money to work with, just over £50 million. I thought, you know what, let's sign a couple more Italians, shall we? At the start of the stint with Milan, the board said to us assemble an Italian core. And we brought in quite a few Italians, you know, Ricky, obviously Ravella, Moise Kean coming back as well, but I wanted a couple more for the squad. I just thought if we have an injury crisis and we're going for the treble this year, we need enough cover and enough depth. So David Fratesi comes in from Spezia for, I think it was £27 million we signed him for. Fratesi comes in as a 28-year-old central midfield squad player, and I really like this signing as well. It's less realistic that he's at Athletic Bilbao than it would be for him to join AC Milan. Yep, former Inter Milan young forward Eddie Salcedo, who's had his loan spells, has now left the San Siro permanently to Athletic Bilbao. But the last time I checked, he's not got any Basque in him, so we're going to take him back to Milan. But instead of playing for the blue and black, he'll be playing for the red and black of Inter's rivals, AC Milan. Yeah, one of the rare players that's played for both Milan clubs. But Eddie Salcedo is back in Milan for a rival team. From Inter to Athletic Bilbao and now to AC Milan. Oh, Salcedo, a bit of a hero, a bit of an icon in our club and country, say with Brescia on FM a few years ago. Salcedo arrives, and Eddie Salcedo, to me, like playing as a centre forward can definitely do that role, but to me, he looks like the ideal understudy for Moise Kean. 26 years old, 82 overall. I think he could still grow a rating or two, but yeah, to me, it'll only take him 2 weeks to become a left wing. So you look at the stats there, dribbling, the pace, the finishing touch as well. To me, he looks like an inside forward, doesn't he? As a centre forward, I'm sure he could do the role through the middle, but to me, I think as an understudy for Moise Kean, he'll do really well. And hey, speaking of Moise Kean, big bid from Barcelona. They wanted Theo, we said no. They wanted Kean, we said no. They're trying to undermine us for our Champions League last 16 tie by putting in bids for some of our star players. But yeah, Kean is staying here, as is Lovato. Bid from Real Madrid rejected, and also Manchester City, Pep Guardiola putting a bid of 86 mil for Yuri Telemans. But just like we said to Simeone, Yuri is not for sale. He's become a leader in this team at 30 years old. He's staying right here at the San Siro. So yeah, 2 new Italians joining on deadline day. Eddie Salcedo now for AC Milan and for Tesi as well. And with Stanley Young coming in too. It's amazing to think we signed those 3 class squad players, but we actually made a profit of $7 million in this window after the big sale to come back to Wolves. And I've got to say, I think I played this January window really, really well. We didn't sell any of our star players. We got rid of a third choice centre-half we didn't really need because Castaneda waiting in the wings is younger and only 2 ratings lower as well. But to bring in Stanley Young for more squad depth at left back, just in case Destiny goes down after the injury to Theo Hernandez. And of course, bringing in Fratesi as a squad central midfielder and Salcedo as well. I'm really happy with this. A couple more players for the Italian core, and of course Stanley Young returning to the series. I love it. Still following out. Look at our fixtures for February. As you can see, twice against Napoli, first to Stadio San Paolo, and then the first leg of the Cup semi-final. We've got Spezia, we've got Lazio both away, Juve in a massive game in the Serie A right towards the end of the month as well. That's going to be absolutely huge if we are going to keep ourselves away from the old lady and keep ourselves in pole position. But also, you might have seen it as well, coming this month too, our first ever Champions League knockout round against FC Barcelona. Yep, Catalan Giants coming to the San Siro for that game. And after their bids for Hernandez and also Kean in this January window as well, I am so excited for that one. That is going to be a blockbuster of a clash in the last 16. I literally cannot wait. So for the second and final game of today's episode, traveling to Naples at the Stadio San Paolo. I think I mentioned before, it's such a shame that their ground isn't a real stadium in the game, because the generic stadium that's used for it is quite similar to how it looks in real life, but the Stadio San Paolo is like a really atmospheric ground in Italy. To be fair, lots of the grounds in Italy are really atmospheric, great crowd noise generated in the teams in the Serie A, but even so, it's a really atmospheric ground. So it's a shame they don't have the real stadium in the game, but even so, away against Napoli in the build-up to our Cup Cup semi-final against them, in the first leg coming in midweek, taking on away from home. We took the lead early before they battled back, but then Telemans again. 6 minutes to go in the first half, diving header makes it 2-1. Honestly, man, I'm loving this young man so much this season. He has been absolutely incredible, and 52 minutes in, this is how you mark your first Serie A start of the season. Theo Hernandez done until late April. Major question marks on what this means for our ability. Destiny Udogie delivers the knockout punch to Napoli. Oh, I love it. Absolutely love it. First of the season, and Destiny Udogie says, Gaffer, don't worry about Theo going down. I'm going to step out of the shadow and show you what I can do. I love it. 3-1 AC Milan. Udogie gives the 2-goal cushion. Now, and Napoli, once again, would fight back. 5 minutes to go. It's 3-2 in a real thriller away in Naples as Ramos makes it 3-2. And I was thinking, can we hold on to the 3 points, or will Napoli get that late leveller? Well, thankfully, we did indeed hold on to the victory. Final score at the Stadio San Paolo, 3-2. Huge win, and again, another really difficult one to get, but we did indeed get it in a 5-goal thriller. Question marks over our defensive ability. Now we've lost Theo Hernandez in our back line until late April. When we face Juve at the end of the month and Barcelona as well, they'll be looking to exploit Destiny at left back. To be fair, held his own in that game, getting a goal in a big 3-2 victory, as we remain top of the table for now in the second half of the season with 15 games to go. The gap extended to 7. We're also 12 clear of the holders Inter, but don't think this title is over. We know the quality those two teams possess. It's far from finished. But that will end today's episode of Career Mode, guys. Massive thank you for watching. Hope you have enjoyed. If you haven't, please drop a like. Much love to you all. Have a fantastic day, and I'll see you for the next episode of Career Mode, an absolutely massive one, very soon.